Here goes a lesson on Three Little Birds by Bob Marley. Now, an interesting thing here is with this reggae type stuff, we have staccato chords. So we got to learn how to make a chord go away really quick. So we're going to have this A chord, 7, 6, 5, 5, like an F shape, but with our first finger on the 5th fret, ring finger on the 7 here. So what we want to do is we want to get used to going like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's a basic thing we're going to do. So what we do is this left hand here can staccato a chord. It can make it go away, it can make it stop real quick just by releasing the tension. So when you go down to play this chord, you're pressing against the neck, of course, right? You're pressing with your thumb against the back. You're making it like a vice grip right there, right? So just by taking the tension away, not so much that you come off the string and make noises, you just want to still touch all the strings, still stay in the place that you're in with each finger, but just take that tension away and it makes the chord go away quick. Okay, so once we got that down, we're going to get into like a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so it'd be like 16 of those for the intro. It'd be like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it'd be like times 4 of that. That would be the intro of Three Little Birds. Okay, so let's take a look at a little melody riff that's in that intro. So when we go, chink, chink, think about if there was a bass note there, it would come in on probably the first beat. That sets up the key that we're in, A. We're going to be in this A major pentatonic scale for this little riff. And that'll go 4 times with the 4 measures of the chord that we did. So let's take a look at this riff. We got 10 and 12 on the 2nd string. Kind of a hammer on from 10 to 12. Back to 10. And then little 12. 9 on that same string. Back to the 12, 10 on the 2nd string. So. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. So what we did there, that was a D chord. So you know how a D is like 7, 7, 7, and 5? Well, a lot of times on guitar, when we're going back from these shapes, we'll just do a shape like this. Stay in the same exact space. You could do it with your first finger if you like that better, but we're trying to get these 7s on the 3 big strings. And we're trying to keep that bottom one muted because that would have to be a 5, right, to go along with that. So if you make it just the 7s, you can use one of these different fingers. You can use your ring finger here. You can use your first finger. Just try to get that angle so that you don't have to play the bottom string with it. If you get a little bit of an angle going, so like that, little angle, then I can play all of those, not get the one on the bottom that I don't want. So let's look at that again. Don't worry about a thing. Down to D. 'Cause every little thing gonna be alright. Back to A. Singing don't worry. Repeat this whole part. About a thing. Of course, this is our chorus. D. And every little thing gonna be alright. Rise up this morning. Okay, this begins our verse. So the verse is going to go to the E after the A. So you could take if you have your first finger on the 7s, you want to start on the 9s up here. Rise up this morning. Smile with the rising sun. What was that E? 3 little birds. Back to A. It's by my doorstep. Go D that time. Singing sweet song. A. Back to E. Melodies pure and true. And then D. This is my message to you. Right back to A. Okay, so that goes A to E, A to D, A to E again, and then D back to A. Rise up this morning. And remember, like the rise up, the boom, that would be the downbeat, and we come in after the downbeat on the and. So rise up the Smile with the rising sun. E. 3 little birds. Back to A. To D. singing sweet songs. A to E again. A melody's pure and true. And then D. This is my message to. Back to A. Back to the chorus. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. So the chorus is just A to D to A. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Verse again. No, down, 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 to E. Smile at the rising sun. A. Three little birds. To D this time. My doorstep. A to E again. Sweet songs. Melodies pure and true. And then D. This is my message to you. Singing don't worry. Chorus again. About a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Okay, so we want to add a few things to this. Don't worry. See how I can get some percussive scratches on that in between the chords? Because a lot of reggae songs will have kind of a double beat and a single beat, like This one has more of the one stroke, but if you want to get used to some reggae things, you might mix in some little things like that, like 2, 3, 4. Put a little more rhythm in there. Now another thing I like to look at is there's some little cool fills that go along with the verse of this. Rise up this morning. It's got a cool little riff right there. So that's gonna be that 6 on the G string, 5 on the little E string. So we're gonna try to hammer in these 7s with these other fingers. You can see how easily that can go back to that lower thing? That's called a double stop, and you got like 2 different strings going on like that, doing little riffs. Okay, so we're doing the 6 and 5, 6 on the G, 5 on the little E, to the 7 and 7 on the same strings. And then open to those others, and then we're gonna take those 7s, slide them to 9s, back to 7s, back to that first thing. So it'll be like, rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. So we did the same thing for E right there. So this is the 13th fret and the 12th fret. So we went to the 14s here. Now if you have trouble reaching up there, you could always do this E down here. Remember, E's down here too. So what they're doing up on that octave is basically, so you could easily do it down there low too. That'd be first finger on the G, open on the little string to the 2s, up to the 4s, 2s, and back to that. But if you can reach it up here, so that whole verse with fills everywhere would be like, rise up this morning, up to E, back to A, and then 10th fret to do the D one. And we're back to A, back to E, and then we just go back to the rhythm on the D chord to A chord. So if we follow that whole verse around with these fills, we're going to look at it like this. It's going to go A up to E, A to D, A to E, and then we're back to D to A rhythm. Rise up this morning. This is my message to you. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Singing don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Rise up this morning. So that was kind of the chopped up, fancier version, that last little chorus I did. And of course you can just keep it real simple and play along with the song, just like this. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds by my doorstep, singing sweet song, a melody's pure and true. This is my message to you. So it's pretty good practice just to do that simple thing on the ands of those beats and try to sing along with it and get all those chord changes correct. 2, 3, 4. All right, hope y'all enjoyed that. Three Little Birds by Bob Marley. Have a great day. See you soon.